unimaginable a decade ago. High-tech investment in Macedonia, the former Yugoslavia's most southerly and once impoverished province.
What we've done is taken our experience in manufacturing all around the world and brought it together in this plant, which is state-of-the-art now.
Johnson Matthey is a world leader in catalytic converters, 8,500 employees in over 30 countries worldwide. Legislation to cut vehicle emissions led to expansion in Europe. Macedonia beat off the competition to get their business.
It had all of the right things we were looking for ultimately. We could get space. It's central for Europe. We had a good workforce potential in this area.
At the opening several weeks ago, the company's corporate executives flew in to add their thanks. They invited Macedonia's Prime Minister, Nikola Gruevski, to cut the ribbon. It's not just a big day for Johnson Matthey, it's key for the Prime Minister as well. His critics are saying he's just not doing enough to bring investment to the country. Only hours before the opening, and just a few kilometres away on the streets of the capital Skopje, unemployed workers were venting their anger against the government, calling for more jobs. Prime Minister Nikola Gruevski says their voices are being heard.
Unemployment is a serious issue in Macedonia.
But what figure would you say unemployment
now
is?
It's somewhere 31.7. In the last 3 years, we came from 37 to 31.7.
He blames the high figures on the legacy of the former Yugoslavia that left his tiny nation of 2 million with a few rundown industries and even fewer markets. With aggressive campaigning and a raft of reforms, Gruevski aims to change that.
We dramatically reduced the taxes, we reduced the bureaucracy, we introduced flat rate taxes. We made a lot of things to create better environment for making business.
The World Bank says Macedonia is making strides. Last year, in the bank's Doing Business survey, it climbed to 32nd out of 185 countries, right behind France and the Netherlands.
Britain sees this sort of investment as good for both economies.
Britain's ambassador to Macedonia has been here for almost 3 years. Johnson Matthey's $50 million factory is the biggest British investment he's seen, but expects with more reforms Macedonia may do better.
It's made a lot of progress, but there's more to do, and there's more to do in areas such as judicial reform, in the fight against corruption, and in reform of public administration.
At the industrial park, empty lots around the Johnson Matthey plant are silent testimony to last year's global recession, plans put on hold by overseas investors. For Johnson Matthey, the space is a good thing.
Plenty of room for expansion as the industry grows.
Their coming is important for us for several reasons, including building of image as a country which is good for making business, employment, export.
Macedonia needs plenty more like Johnson Matthey if it's to raise living standards among its 2 million citizens. Nic Robertson, CNN, Skopje, Macedonia.